This is my recap of Project De-Stress. So at the beginning of this project, I had two things that were really stressing me out. It was both college and then finals APs. I wasn't sure I was going to college at the time at the beginning of this project. I do now. Go Badgers. He's a little Badger in the background. And then also, finals APs, that's a big thing. And I just wanted to learn ways to deal with my stress, manage my stress, kind of reduce it a little bit. And so stress, it's interpreted by the brain as danger. So whether that's life-threatening danger or it's just the math test that is going to suck and be terrible, that's all interpreted as danger. When that does so, the amygdala interprets the images and sounds related to the danger, sends a signal to the hypothalamus, which kicks off the sympathetic nervous system. And what that does is the hypothalamus sends a signal to the adrenal glands, causing epinephrine to be released into the bloodstream. And this has newer effects on the cardiovascular system, so think increased blood pressure, heart rate, breathing. There's also effects to the immune system, reproductive system, the brain. And so that's kind of the main effects of stress. So epinephrine is traveling throughout the body, messing with all sorts of systems. Um, there's also the HPA axis, where if the stressor is still present, the hypothalamus um, releases a hormone which travels to the pituitary gland, and eventually the adrenal glands release cortisol, keeping the sympathetic nervous system active. And so I had three ways at the beginning of this project that I wanted to tackle my stress. I wanted to work on meditation, which has been proven to reduce stress and mindfulness meditation. Nutrition, good healthy diet leads to lower levels of stress, improved health, and also physical activity. So exercise has been shown a great way to reduce stress, and it greatly improves the mood. And so I guess my kind of summary would be I wouldn't really be able to fully determine whether or not this project was a complete success. I'm definitely less stressed than I was before the project started, but I can't tell if this was really because my goals were working or because my stressors went away. I was experiencing finals and APs during the projects, which are innately stressful, but now that they're over, I'm feeling much calmer, sleeping better. Sleep is always an issue. Um, I guess the two goals I didn't achieve too well was definitely the nutrition and meditation. Dietary goal wasn't achieved in the slightest because studying for finals, I had, jelly beans. There was candy in the house because Easter. So that's kind of just what I was eating studying for finals. I mean, sue me, right? And then meditation, I didn't. I wish I did, but I didn't. I didn't do the mindfulness meditation that I was hoping to do. But I did find a breathing exercise that worked quite well for me. So what I did was Wim Hof breathing. It's these like short, over 5 minute period of like 30 to 40 quick, deep breaths. I don't know if that makes too much sense. I put a link to it in the written, but and then that actually has been shown uh, to reduce stress, have effects with better sleep, along with mental focus and clarity. And obviously, it's not completely scientifically proven, but there's more and more being released that do show that there is some linkage to the proposed benefits. And I think after doing it, there is some merit. And I would do this breathing exercise kind of before doing homework or any of my stress activity because it just put me in a much better headspace. I was thinking a little bit more clearly and it was just ready to kind of work. Um, and also, I guess the big thing this month, I wasn't really expecting this, but it showed me the benefits and negatives of distractions when stressed. I had matches the weeks before finals, along with a match during finals week, and then a match during the start of AP week. And so I was out every day practicing. And really, during that practice time, I didn't have a chance to think about my stressors. Golf is a very like precise sport, so if like anything's kind of creeping into your mind, you're probably gonna hit a bad shot. Especially in the game where it's like millimeters determine the difference between uh, me hitting a good shot or sending it 50 yards to the right. It really is kind of a little crazy how precise the game is. Um, so I guess the benefits of having this was I was had a chance to enjoy, I guess, the moment, and I wasn't thinking about what I was stressed about. I was just thinking about golf or whatever, or what I was doing at that moment. And then it also kind of removes that time that would have had to procrastinate or worry about my stress. So I'd get home from the match before the neuro final. What am I going to do? I don't have time. I have to study. It's late at night. So I just didn't have time to really think about the stress part of it and just had to work. But also at the same time, I didn't have enough time to study for my exams adequately, I would say, regardless of senioritis or whatever. So I didn't do as well as I hoped. But it's senior year, so what are you going to do? Um, I think I definitely could have worked harder at my goals. I think if I did everything that I wanted to do at the start of the project, it would have worked out a lot better. But I would say if there was only one of the things that I could have really focused on, definitely would have been the breathing exercises. I found great success in that. So I would say um, probably would have had more success with like I guess meditation because it has worked for me in the past. But so I would say I guess the main thing, the breathing exercises I found really do work. So that would be my biggest takeaway. Um, but I could have worked harder. Can't live in the past, only go forward. But I think I will continue kind of the breathing exercises during moments of stress. Um, but I don't, very interesting with the distractions. That was kind of my big interest. Uh, but I enjoyed the project. Uh, so